Hey guys, MCU Collector here with another figure review. Next up is the Hasbro Marvel Legends series Black Panther Wakanda Forever Attuma Build-A-Figure Wave. Here we have the comic Black Panther. This was the last one I needed. Amazon actually shipped it out yesterday or super early in the morning, and I got it earlier today. And everyone is saying that this is the best comic Black Panther figure to have ever released. And yeah, that's pretty accurate. I mean, we had some pretty good ones. Surprisingly, like this Walmart exclusive right here with the vibranium energy, this one was also released in the retro line, very similar without the vibranium energy, of course. They had like this metallic sheen to it. Surprisingly, this is a pretty good one. I think this is the Spider UK body mold, and I didn't really appreciate the body mold on the Spider-Man UK figure, but on this one, I ended up really liking it, and this was my favorite Black Panther figure. Up until, of course, this one, because this one is definitely by far the best. There was another Walmart exclusive, actually, in the same kind of color pattern, but it was the Bucky Cap body, so not great. Toy Biz also released one very similar to this. And then Hasbro had one earlier in the... What wave was that? Was it a Build-A-Figure wave? It was like, Hawkeye was in that wave. But anyway, it was the Blueberry Black Panther, right? Where they did the blue shading, but like overdid it to where, you know, he was very blue. But now we have this new one, and yes, he is by far the best. We'll do a comparison a little bit later on. But looking at the accessories, we have the left leg to the Attuma Build-A-Figure. A lot smaller than I thought. I thought Attuma was going to be pretty damn tall. It's not really looking that way, but it's pretty interesting design with all these bones and everything on there. But we'll throw that off to the side. Then as far as Black Panther's accessories, the only things he comes with is an extra pair of fists, which actually look pretty good, because take a look at the sculpted line work in there. That is pretty cool. I like the way that looks. With all the other ones, they always just had like paint lines, but nope, we get actual sculpted hands. So these are new. Looking at the package, we get the comic Black Panther logo there. We get a 3D render of Black Panther. Side artwork looking pretty good. Back of the package, 3D render with the accessories and everything he has going on there. You can see he is number 5 in the Build-A-Figure wave for Attuma, which is that left leg. I am all over the place. First, we looked at Okoye, then Nakia. Now Black Panther. We'll probably take a look at the Saraze, then Everett Ross. Namor will be the last figure we take a look at, because Unparalleled Universe, his review should be up any day now. So his will be first up. But anyway, let's get in for a closer look at the comic Black Panther figure. So one thing that I think the box artwork shows, you can see his eyes are like super white, or they could be a silver color, but they're very prominent and you can see them. But the figure, you can't hardly tell. There's very little silver paint in the eyes. I wish they would have done a little bit more, but I kind of like the discreet look to it. But I think I would have liked it a little bit more if you could really see him. The figure has like no paint on him except for the eyes. Literally, there's no paint on this guy. Everything's just done in the black molded plastic. And then the Vulcan body, which this figure uses, what they did is the forearms have this cut, so that's actually a separate piece. So all they actually had to do was create this new wrist piece with those sculpted lines for Black Panther, so they didn't have to just have the regular arm and then paint on the gray and then paint on the lines. Because let's face it, right? Hasbro has some QC issues when it comes to stuff like that. It could look sloppy as hell or whatever, but now they could just mold this whole thing in plastic. No paint necessary. Does it suck that there's no paint? Not really, because what else could they have done on this guy? It's a all black suit with some gray, and it's better when it's actually molded plastic. So these lower leg pieces are molded plastic as well, so they can actually sculpt in those lines. We get these new feet here, you can see with the toes. Those look really good. But I love it when they can actually do actual new sculpted parts. So the Vulcan body, for what it is pretty damn awesome when they can actually do specific things for characters and into the customizing of things. These hands have to be new as well, because look, they got the sculpted lines on there. So a lot of good stuff. So it's not just an easy repaint on the Vulcan body. There was some thought and time into it. But other than that, yeah, the body's just Vulcan and it's all black. Get this new belt piece here, and then this new cape and stuff. You could probably remove it, like if you pop the head off and do some things, you could probably work it down the legs and stuff. I won't be taking it off or anything like that, but you know, just so you know, it's not pegged in or anything like that, so you could work it. But it does wrap around the whole body. as you can see there. But now let's zoom out for Black Panther's articulation. Okay, so Black Panther can look all the way down. He can look all the way up, which is great. At some points, it feels like the head is really loose on there. And I don't know if that's so you can actually get some pivot going on there, but just at times, it like in certain spots, it feels a little wobbly, but it's really not. It's not loose on there or anything like that. You can do a full rotation in there. The shoulders you can get to come out all the way out. The cape kind of drapes over the left less than the right. So on the right, the cape is really in the way. It doesn't really hinder getting that shoulder up though, but it does kind of flare out the cape a little bit more. But the shoulder can go all the way out. You can do a full rotation in there. There is the butterfly joint, so cape doesn't really stop it. You can get that arm to go back a little bit. Let's see if we work the shoulder a little bit. You can get some good crossbody going on in there with that front butterfly. Upper bicep swivel in there, double jointed elbow, and it is pinless double jointed elbow, so you get some really nice bend there at the elbow. Wrist swivel and the hinge. You have the standard horizontal hinge on all of the hands. Ab crunch, so crunch forward that much. Crunching back, you can do quite a bit. The cape, because it's only like half size cape, you can actually get the function of crunching back, which is good. Waist swivel there. Legs go out that far apart, which is pretty good. He can kick forward that far. Does it go back? Not really. Upper thigh cut in there. Solid double jointed knee, which is pinless as well, so that much bend at the knee. You get a calf swivel or boot swivel. Foot hinges all the way down, some decent hinge up, ankle pivot, peg holes at the bottom of the feet. So yeah, this is the best Black Panther comic figure that Hasbro has released for sure. I think it looks great. But let's see, next to the other two in more recent time Black Panther figures that have released. Okay, and there are the Black Panther figures, and yeah, because these two are very, very similar. You know, the only difference is going to be the capes. Size-wise, God, this one is just so much better. That's why the Bucky cap just needs to go away, and they keep using it. And I know Hasbro has said, even though they're introducing the Vulcan body, they will start to ease their way out of Bucky cap, but we still keep seeing it. It's like, when are they going to be done with it? They just showed the orb figure. Guess what body that's on? Bucky cap. I think it's just time to move on from it. Bucky cap was a great figure so many years ago, but just over time, give us some new stuff. This Vulcan body, I love. I think it's fantastic. Even this body, I love. Bucky cap needs to go away, and I know that there aren't nearly as many figures on Bucky cap coming out, but just be done with it. I would like to have not seen it during PulseCon. But anyway, I think I am gonna try to take this cape off. I'm gonna throw this one on there to see how that would look. And I know a lot of people are putting on the Blue Marvel Adam Brashear head on Black Panther, because we haven't gotten a T'Challa comic head sculpt. So I'm gonna pop that on there to show you guys, because it seems to be a pretty popular thing that people were doing. So let's check that out. Hey, you know what? This doesn't look so bad. I don't mind that so much. That could actually really work if that's something that you wanted to do, if you didn't want to do, you know, the half cape here. But I will show you guys how I took it off and then how you're going to want to put it back on. So let's go ahead and just pop that head off, take that cap off. And the way I did it, I brought it down from the waist and through the legs. So I think what we'll have to do is to kind of put it back on, wrap around the legs there, work its way back up his body. Oh, wait, let me go around the front, bring it around over the chest, and then we pop the head back on, and ta-da, the cape is safely back on his shoulders. But let's check out the Blue Marvel Adam Brashear head sculpt on this guy. And there we go. There we have the Blue Marvel Adam Brashear head sculpt acting as T'Challa for Black Panther. Pops on there just fine. I think proportionally actually works really well with this body. Yeah, this is just an awesome Black Panther figure. I'm not the greatest at posing, so I wish I could show you guys some more, but you can definitely get him into a lot better poses with this figure compared to the other ones. And it's just with the updated body, the Vulcan body, the pinless, and then the sculpted line work on the arms, the hands, the legs, and the feet really makes a difference, and I think this figure looks great. Okay, so half of the wave down. So we've looked at the MCU Nakia, Okoye, the comic Black Panther. We still have the MCU Everett Ross from the first Black Panther movie in this wave, which is weird. Namor and the Hattusaraze, which will be the next video to see the two comic figures together. So excited to see that. But I think it's a solid wave for sure. The Hattusaraze, you know, I thought it was a little bit weird. I thought they were gonna do an army builder like pack from Hasbro Pulse when they first at Comic-Con. I was there when they announced it. They said an army builder figure. So I'm like, oh, it's not gonna be in a wave. It's gonna be, you know, the Hasbro Pulse stuff. But no, they put it in the wave. So that'll be cool. I'm excited to take a look at that. Everett Ross, yeah, he's there, right? Just kind of there. And then Namor to finish it out, but stay tuned for Unparalleled Universe's review on Namor. Should be up, I think, any day now. So hopefully you guys will check that out. But solid wave for sure. You guys let me know down in the comments below, what do you think of this Black Panther figure? I've already said it a few times. Best comic Black Panther figure for sure. The new Vulcan body just works really well. I love what they did with Black Panther here, you know, changing out those forearm pieces and then using different bottom legs and feet. It's awesome that they actually did some new parts and pieces for that. And I think it looks really good. But again, you guys let me know down in the comments below. If you guys are interested in becoming a channel member and joining the MCU Collective, hit the join button. If you guys like this video, please do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. And as always, thank you for watching.